So, Jared, we want to make friends. Okay, often the child who's been sort of feeling on the outer, feeling left out, he doesn't know how to make friends. You know, what does he need to know to make solid friends, but more than that, to keep friends once he makes them?
Absolutely. It's an important question, and it is a tough one. I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people who are sort of new to making friends make is that when they enter a new group of people, they try to make everything about themselves because they feel like that's what's missing from the group. I want to be part of this. Let me tell you all about my life, and let me tell you about all of my interests and all of the things I've done up to and including this point. When really one of the most endearing things that can, get other people to like you, as manipulative as that sounds, one of the easiest ways to build affection and empathy with other people is to be a good listener. Okay, so to listen to their problems, to show them that you understand and that you care and that you're interested in them. Because if you're not interested in someone and they're really just a wall for you to bounce your words off, they're not going to care about you and they're not going to give anything back to that friendship. So it's about sort of taking a step back from that selfish attitude of I'm going to talk about me all the time and just opening up and listening to your friends. Okay, so understanding that they have issues, they have problems, they have cares, and they have interests as well. And so being active and encouraging those rather than trying to bring the focus back to yourself all the time.
So looking at at the most practical level, it's like, so Jared, what'd you do on the weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. So just showing interest in that. I actually had a really good weekend. I was up visiting my girlfriend who lives out of town.
Awesome. And what, did you drive there or did you catch a train? Or how'd you get to her?
I had to fly. It's 1,300 k's away, so it's a long drive.
Wow, you must really like her. That's pretty awesome.
There you go.
And so whereabouts does she live?
She's in Brisbane, so 2 states away. It's a long drive.
Gotcha. And see, I'm just chatting with him. I'm listening. I'm not boring him with the details of my weekend because the truth is he doesn't care. The truth is he'd rather talk about himself because people are like that.
But you build that relationship where it gets to the point that I can see that you're interested in me and I'm going to reciprocate as well. So it's you don't jump head first into this. It's a sort of a slow process. But by showing me that he's a good listener, Michael's actually endearing himself more to me, and I find that I want to find out about his weekend. So it's a really give and take relationship.
Yeah, and another thing with making and keeping friends is to have integrity, is to be honest and to be trustworthy and to be reliable, to do what you say you'll do. Like Jared and I, we arranged that he'd be over at my place today at 8 a.m. so we could start filming these videos. He was there at like 8:01 or something. He was on the dot, and I wasn't wondering, oh, will he come, will he not? I knew he'd be there. That sort of reliability is really key to friendships.
So another really important step here is to pick and choose your friends, basically. So to deliberately choose friends that you're going to form quite close relationships with. And so the importance of having a couple of these close friendships is that you're not really dependent on one of them. So if one of your mates moves to a different school or they start floating in a different friendship group or, things happen and you have a falling out, then it's not the end of the world because you've got other close friendships that you can relate to.
And you don't want to make friends out of a sense of neediness of, oh, it's all about me. I want a friend. I'm lonely. Will you be my friend? Yeah, you don't want to be like that. You want to make friends that you're not trying to prove yourself to. You just enjoy doing the same stuff together. Easy. And as well as that, you want to choose how you're going to do this friendship thing. Because one person's strategy might be, I'm going to go and try and be popular with the big group. Well, good luck with that. Because if they've already rejected you, then they're probably not going to accept you now. But that's probably a good strategy to be quite lonely because then you'll spend your whole time having a very shallow relationship, a very hardly knowing you relationship with a whole heap of people. Whereas you're probably better off just choosing a couple of people who are good people, who are people who won't turn on you, and then making a more serious friendship with those people than having just a tiny friendship with a whole heap of people. And I'm going to put you on the spot here, Jared. Here's a question we haven't thought of today. What do you look for in a friend?
Okay, well, the things I look for in a friend, and we sort of touched on this before, is reliability. So in my close group of friends, we've got one mate who never shows up on time and he doesn't send a text ahead to say that he's not going to come. If he organises something, you never know if there's going to be anybody there when you show up and all that sort of thing. And that is something that really grinds all of our gears because the rest of us, we're ready to go. If we say we're going for a barbecue and it's his job to bring the salad, we have to know that the salad's going to be there. Otherwise one of us is going to pick it up. If he's not going to come, he doesn't even send a text ahead to say, I'm not going to be there, somebody else pick the salad. So really being reliable and following through with the things that you say you're going to do, I guess it links back to integrity as well. So being a man of your word. And if you say that you're going to do something, following through on that. it's such an important part. You have to feel like you can depend on your friends, because really, if you can't depend on your friends, who else can you depend on?
Isn't that crazy? And what's really weird is we didn't set this up. We were just working this out now. The same things I look for in a mate, and Jared's my mate, are the same things he looks for, and we never even thought about that. But so that's what we mean. You want to find people who share your interests, who share your values, but don't be scared to have a go. If you go and try and make friends with someone and they don't want to be your friend, so be it. Whatever. There's always another person out there. Don't be needy. Just keep chatting with people until you make some good friends.